All right, y'all. So this is how I used to practice when I was with a waxing franchise, and they let us practice with their paper and their supplies and everything. So before I started seeing clients, or even when I was first starting seeing clients, in between, I would practice on this. So what I would come in and do is I would just go ahead and map out how I was going to do my Brazilian. So I'd go in like this. And then just trying to keep it as like non-graphic as possible, guys. And then let's just say tummy is right here. Okay, so what I would do is I would come in and I would remind myself how I was gonna do my waxing pattern, because I felt like that just helped me knowing going in how I was gonna do it. Now keep this in mind, you will need to adjust your pattern based on the hair, but I think this is a good just like general rule of thumb. So how I do mine is I do bikini line first, I do labia strips second over here. I'll go ahead and pull up this bikini line here. I'll lay a strip here across the top, and then I usually do half a bikini line over here, because we're not really touching at this point right here. So then I'll take this one off, and then I'll take this one off, and then I'll take this one off, and then I just do the exact same thing of it on the other side. On the other side. So then I'm gonna go the same thing. You're gonna mirror on the other side. So step one, I would come over here. I'm gonna just call it 5 though, so we don't get confused. Actually, I do the labia strip here first so it can dry. So go ahead and lay the labia strip. Go ahead and lay this other little piece over here. And then I lay up here. And then by that time, I can pull this one up. I can pull this one up. I can pull this one up. And then all I have is these little sections in the middle. Depending on how much growth they have in here, I might do 1 or 2 pieces. So let's just say 8 and 9. Going down, going down. Now, while those are setting, I'm gonna go back and do any cleanups that I need to in any of these places, or my tweeze, or whatever it may be. The last one that I'm gonna do is 10, and that's kind of that upside down U right there. So you apply it upwards on both sides, and then you're gonna pull downwards. Some people, it depends on the hair pattern, you can go upward like this in one, and you can go upward in that one. It's really up to you. And then whenever you get to the back, you are gonna have the 2 butt strokes. So you are going to, sorry, this is just comical to me in my drawing. You're gonna have 1 on this side and 1 on that side. Okay, all of these drawings, all of these spots, you need to know what strip that you're doing for each one. So that's what I do here. So I'm gonna go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I actually need to be spaced out just a little bit more, but this is just for this purpose right here. So what then I would do is, hang on guys, it's just me here by myself. Let me grab a glove really quick. It's a very professional production, guys. So then I would go through, and if you don't have wax to practice, I would just suggest having your popsicle stick, doing your motion, and then coming over here and practicing. Obviously with the wax, it's gonna be better. So if I'm doing bikini line first, what kind of strip are we gonna need? We're gonna need a longer strip here. You might divide it into 2, just depending on who you're seeing. So I'm gonna take the wax, and I'm gonna come over on paper, and basically I'm just gonna, oops, sorry guys. Go and act like I'm laying a bikini line strip. Okay, now obviously when you lay it on somebody, you're going over curves, so it's gonna look a little different. But that's the type of strip that you would need. This longer with the perpendicular, with the lip on the end, so that we're not tugging or flicking or anything there. And then I'm gonna go into getting some wax from the pot, and I'm gonna do this one in a marker motion because we're doing a labia strip now. So see, this is number 2. See why you would have them kind of spaced out, but you can do it this way too, as long as you know what you're doing, what order that you're going in. So then I'm just gonna practice doing my labia strip in the marker motion, putting a lot of pressure. Ideally, you have your hand on the other side of the paper, just like you were holding skin taut, because you see how paper's going like that. You will also have issues if you don't hold skin taut for someone. Okay, so that's the second strip. And then I'm gonna go and practice number 3. So getting a little bit of wax from the pot. So number 3, hair growth goes inward. So we're gonna lay the strip. Jeez, this is difficult. Okay. I might have to redo this with somebody here. Okay. But you're gonna practice going like that. Okay, and then so on and so forth. So same thing, bikini line, you're gonna do the same strip on this other side. Whenever you go to the top portion over there, you're gonna do the same strip but this way. Same thing with the labia going downward. You would use the same motion when you're doing this part right here. This is the same thing you would do for a butt strip. The only other one is kind of this upside down U one that I do at the end, so let me do that one really quick. Okay, pulling wax from the pot. I do this in two pulls. So I would go upward first. This was gonna go way better in my head than it is going right now. Hold on, guys. I'm back. No, I'm not.